What is good mga Insans? Welcome back to another episode of Insans Out of Basketball. Two cousins talking about hoops, NBA, Filipino, Vancouver, all about hoops. This is the place you came to hear about all the stuff, and it's your boy Intan.
And Jello, welcome back, mga
Yes, sir.
insan segment here. We have another important news here. We have an important news. Welcome back to the second segment of this. Giannis trade rumors again. We've been talking about this Giannis thing for the past like 3 weeks. That I'm getting sick and tired of this Giannis stuff. But I was excited when I heard it, when I saw it.
Ooh.
There are interests, a mutual interest in both sides of Giannis and the Raptors. And Giannis might come here in the Raptors. Might be here in Canada. I might be moving to Toronto here.
Oh man,
What do you think? What do you think of all this Giannis to Toronto?
I think it's big. It's big. You know the craziest thing is Giannis has not even came out and said, "I'm out. I don't want to be a Bucks anymore." And these rumors are just spreading everywhere. All these teams want Giannis, but man, the Raptors, if they get Giannis, oh man, I think we're going back to the finals
We're
again.
getting a championship
Oh
number
man, but
two.
the craziest thing is Masai Ujiri. I don't know if I'm saying his name
Yep, I
correctly.
think you are.
He was one of the first guys who discovered Giannis internationally.
Supported him.
Ever since, yes, like he supported him getting his family to get here to the USA. Ever since then, he's been trying to get Giannis. He even tried to trade up to move and get Giannis in that draft where he got selected 13. So Masai Ujiri, I'm not surprised that there is a rumor like this
It's
happening
not
right
rumor
now.
anymore. It's not a rumor. It's gonna
It's not
happen.
there's a lot of connections. You know, it might be time where Giannis says, "This guy helped me so much in my life. It's time.
To let help us
It's
here. Help us here,
yes.
Toronto.
It's
Help
time
us here
for
in
me to
Canada.
help him, to help this franchise go back to where Kawhi left it off." And this is gonna be crazy.
And
Canada
again,
is gonna go crazy if we get Giannis. I remember during that time when we got Kawhi and we were in the finals. I think the movie theaters had the finals on.
mm-hmm.
So imagine if we get Giannis. Oh man, it's gonna be
It's gonna be crazy.
crazy.
And again, if you're Giannis, if you think these rumors are doesn't it doesn't make sense, it's all baloney. Like why are we even talking about this? Wouldn't he come out and say that, hey, stop all this nonsense? I'm not coming to Toronto.
Mm,
Is he saying that? Is he saying
mhm,
that? It's been a couple of days, all these rumors. He hasn't said anything. Right? The only thing that I'm a little worried is there isn't really like a trade yet. Like usually, like when there's a guy being traded, there's a few names. Like, oh, we're gonna trade let's say RJ Barrett, we're gonna trade Jakob Poeltl, all that kind of stuff to get Giannis. But there's nothing yet. There's a few names coming in and out, like from guys from casuals who wants to get Giannis to Toronto. But I think the most important part after they said those rumors is they said no one is safe from the Raptors.
oof,
They are not rebuilding. They said they're reloading for a championship.
mm,
They're reloading. And this is an exciting stuff. They're exciting. This is exciting that we're reloading for another championship. But the only thing is when I was looking at this, if I'm Giannis, how is it gonna be different for me leaving the Bucks to now going in to Toronto Raptors? Is there a chance? Because again, Giannis wants to win another championship. It's not just him going to Raptors trying to help their GM get another championship. But how is it gonna be different? Is it gonna be an instant like, hey, I'm there, we got this? How is it different, Dan? What's your opinion on all of this? Like, how is it gonna be different from the Bucks? Or
you know,
you think you think he will stay? What do you think? I know
yeah,
you're excited too, but
I'm a stay true to my to what I said before. I think Giannis still has a better chance of getting far, even though I would want Giannis to come to Toronto. Mga insans, comment if you want Giannis here to Toronto, but to Canada, I mean. But Toronto Raptors finished 11. The Milwaukee Bucks finished fifth. Oh, I guess I said Indiana was five earlier, but the Bucks has been to playoffs multiple times. I mean, I guess it's because of Giannis and the Toronto. You're coming to Toronto, who didn't even make the play-in. It's gonna be a hard climb. I get that adding a generational a Hall of Famer player is gonna boost the team up to be a playoff contender, but you're coming to a team that hasn't been in the playoffs maybe since Kawhi left. I'm not really sure
I
about
think
that, but
I think they haven't yet.
it is a very unproven team right now, and you have a say to where you want to go. So if you are Giannis, you'd want a team that has recently been in the playoffs, has some playoff experiences with player who have been in the playoffs. So I think it would be bad to go to Toronto Raptors, especially after they were just 11. And I'm sorry if I'm saying that to all my fellow Canadians, but I think I'm just trying to be as in Giannis' shoes. I'm trying to be as truthful as possible, and I think it's hard. It's hard for him to choose Toronto.
I mean, I can agree. I think Giannis will want to try to stay in the Bucks. 'Cause I think when you want to try to be the guy that everyone knows who's the greatest Buck, it's like
Mm,
Giannis' name will be shown, especially
yes.
if it stays. But
Yeah.
let me be the nerd guy here. Let me be the nerd guy here. Like,
Okay. Oh
um,
no.
they are in bad cap space. They don't have enough
Oof.
money. The other thing, the most important part of here is Damian Lillard is hurt. They're
Mm,
not gonna have him, I would say, a good chunk of the next season.
yes.
And I think if you're Giannis, again, you want to be the guy that is well known in the Bucks uniform, but he's always come out and say, "I want to win another one. I want to win another one." Right?
Mm,
He wants to be a champion, and Raptors has a lot of assets right now. Right? They have young guys. They have um stars that they just brought in their prime, right? Quite recently with RJ Barrett. They have a guy named Brandon Ingram that we just signed quite
mm,
recently. We have a good center with Jacoperto. We have an upcoming superstar with Scotty Barnes. Again, we might not see them in the Raptors universe because they might trade him away for Giannis. But even if you got some of those names I just mentioned, right, and a Chris Boucher, all his names, if you have that on your team, you surround Giannis with enough support that what Bucks did, I think it's enough. And again, you have rising stars, you have stars already that are basically all stars that will be in Giannis' team. I think it will be different. I think this is like it might be a little bit different from the Kawhi situation before, where I feel like Kawhi came in with a few veterans already, right? But this is a rising team, and Giannis still has like what 3 4 years left, 2 3 years, I
yeah.
don't know, a
Minimum.
decent.
I'd say minimum 5 years. I think.
Yeah, and again, they're all in their prime. This is their chance. Yes, you're 11, but this is like you get a Giannis and a few maybe minimums from other teams, the free agents, right, to build some pieces. I think this is gonna be so different from that Buck situation. And again, like we need to disperse a bit some of these big names in the market. We need to have some big names in here in Canada. We already have Brandon Ingram, and I think he's gonna stay. I know they said no one is safe, but I think Brandon Ingram will stay, and this is gonna be a good duo, the Ingram and Giannis, right? I'm sorry, Tan. I think this is where we're gonna see Giannis in the Raptors
Oof.
uniform.
That's a big take. That's a huge take. I don't know about that, but I'm hopeful for Canada, for Toronto Raptors to get Giannis. I hope hopefully they find a way and bring a big name to Toronto because that'll help also maybe Vancouver, We will
I was gonna
help that
say
case.
I was gonna say I know a lot of people are like, oh, a lot of the players are saying like, I don't want to move to Canada, blah 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 blah. This will show that it will be fun to be here in Canada, and if
Mhm.
Giannis wins two,
Yep.
Imagine if he wins two.
Not only that,
Not even two. If he wins one. Because
yeah.
technically he will be under the same breath as a Kawhi Leonard. I mean, I think he's a little bit above Kawhi now, but this will cement him as a Hall of Famer. And I think he's already a Hall
Oh
of
yeah.
Famer.
Yeah, yeah. But I want to add to that it's not only gonna show that the players how fun it is to live in Canada. Giannis is gonna attract a lot more players to Toronto because that's a big name. That's a guy you want to play with. That's a
I was gonna say,
championship caliber guy. There's not gonna it's not the end if they get Giannis. There's gonna be more big names gonna be interested to move to Toronto. So I think they have to get. If I'm Toronto Raptors, I would want to get this deal done. I
and
have to get Giannis.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure the actual number, but I believe when Kawhi was traded here, didn't we get like Danny Green too in like a vet minimum,
Yeah,
basically?
yeah, yeah.
And we talked about it earlier. They like Raptors if they get Giannis, they just need like maybe one or two guys in minimums, in veteran minimums, and this is gonna be a championship team.
Mm.
We're gonna see another small market in the finals next year if this
Oof.
happens. And I know it's a big if right now because we haven't seen anything, but I think this is where we see the ceiling is championship. It like we've talked about how some of these teams like their ceiling is just a first round if they finish their first round, but I think we're gonna see Raptors in the
Oof.
finals next year if we see Giannis.
Yes,
Let us know.
sir.
Let us know in the comment what you think about the Giannis trade situation. But for now, we're gonna end it then. We're gonna end it on this segment.
All
We're
right.
gonna talk about another thing.
Yes,
So
sir.
what do we say?
But before we end, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. But mga instance out.
Let's go.